Welcome back to Tech Take. I'm Adam Housley in Los Angeles, and you've seen her all over the globe reporting for Tech Take on all the different great gadgets that are out there for the military, and eventually a lot of them find their way into the public life. Although when it comes to smart grenades, that's not going to happen. In fact, Allison Berry's newest article is up right now on FoxNews.com. You can find it there if you want to read more in depth about what we're talking about right now, about smart grenades, and they can find enemies no matter where they hide. Basically, they seek out the bad guys, as you can see right there from the title. And Allison joins us live here in Los Angeles, from London to New York to L.A. She's out on the West Coast, the left coast, for this report. Interesting that, you know, with grenades, as we know, they obviously have, there's always the accidents that happen. We've seen the movies and we know about it in real life.
Yes.
What makes this, what technology allows a grenade to find somebody who's bad and not find somebody who's good?
Right. This is a fantastic innovation. It comes out of Picatinny Arsenal, which you would know very well, but it's a really fantastic U.S. Army shop. And grenades are very useful. They have a lot of utility downrange, but what we see in a lot of the trains, if we can maybe throw up, we've got some great Marines footage. Maybe we could take a look at that, Adam. The problem with grenades, they've got a lot of utility, but in some terrains, people could take cover behind, say, a target could take cover behind, oh great, we're going to take some looks at this. I wanted to just illustrate it for people. People can hide behind, say, these low walls, these mud brick walls, for example, and clearly that's very unhelpful if you've got a threat and you need to take care of it. So this grenade, what it does is it's an air bursting grenade, and it's got a very smart sensor and logic system on board. So when it can identify, it'll fly over that wall, say, Adam, and work out, oh, look, there's the target hiding behind the wall. It'll air burst above that target and send effectively, it enhances the lethality. I don't want to be too crass about it, but it's important when people are under threat and our armed forces are under threat. You know, we need the best pistols
right,
to
so
get for the
it's
job.
Similar. When I first heard that this was going to be an article, and I haven't read it in depth yet, but I plan on doing so, as you see some of the illustrations here on our air right now, I first thought, okay, well, maybe our folks are going to wear something on their uniform that will help a grenade detect, well, that's a good person, we don't want that to go off. But now it sounds more like a seersucker missile, which is where a heat-seeking missile, or a missile like the seersucker, which was a Chinese-made, which goes across the water, and when it seeks, or when it senses a hard object like land or a ship, it then purposely dives to the water level and explodes. It sounds
Great
like this is
example,
the
Adam.
same idea.
Great example.
As for a grenade. Is that true? Same kind of technology?
Same kind of idea. It's very innovative. They started in about 2012, and it's compatible with what the U.S. Army is currently using, which is also so smart because no one wants to be carrying extra weight, extra weapons and stuff. It's compatible with the M203 and the M320, which are very popular, lots of utility and stuff. But it's just that next level of lethality, so it's very smart.
We're seeing some of the video right now of grenade launchers and the such being used. Now, this is an Army program only so far? So
far, it's an Army program, but I think there are a lot of other people out there who would love something like this. And it's just, it's really fantastic on a number of levels, but there's three phases to the detonation. So it air bursts above the target, but it also has a point detonation. So we saw the diagram, maybe we can throw it up again, help illustrate it for people the way it works, but it's a three-phase detonation. Right. And the third phase is self-destruction, which is really important, and it kind of circles back to the point you were originally talking about. Right. No one wants to be leaving unexploded ordnance on a battlefield or, you know, on a training ground.
Right.
So,
right. They don't want to leave any leftovers for any innocence, basically.
Exactly, for a child to walk across, you know, an attractive nuisance.
As we look at this now, I mean, they're testing it out. It seems like it's going pretty well. When are we going to see this thing potentially be in full use by the Army?
2015.
So
2015, yeah, it's super exciting.
And that's it right there with the white top.
Yep, we're taking a look at it.
So it's not the typical grenade that you pull the pin out, like you see in the movies, or you bite it and they throw it. That's actually the grenade there with the white. It looks like a big bullet, basically. Yeah,
essentially, it would be launched out of, like I said, the 203 or the 320. So that's affixed to a rifle. So it's a grenade launcher. We got to see. We'll have some more footage for people to kind of explain. It always helps to have a visual illustration, right, of just how exactly it will work.
Well, very cool. We have more on Allison's story this week. On FoxNews.com, you can go there and see the article in depth and get more of an idea. And you can see some of the other articles she's at as well. Smart Grenade seeks out bad guys. Again, you can see some of the other articles and links to other stories that have been done over the course of, well, I know we've been doing this for 2.5 years. I'm sure you've been doing that before that. But gives you an idea of some of the technology out there for the military. Again, some of the stuff you'll find on there will be stuff we can use here potentially in everyday life, or something like this, which is meant to protect
Probably
us.
not. Yeah.
Not going to take that to the store.
But it's still very cool.
Allison Berry, Defense Specialist, War Games columnist. I'll spit it out. Appreciate you joining us here in L.A. Usually you see her in New York and London, and we'll, I'm sure, see you next week. Where are you going to be next week?
Probably London.
London must be nice, right? All right, well, I'm Adam Housley in Los Angeles with Allison, and you're watching Tech Take.